Snorgle. Welcome back to A Mortician's Tale. A university graduate gets her first job as a director of a funeral home. What will she use to respectfully manage this family-owned business? Puzzle solving and lateral thinking. Of course! So we're just going through this. Is telling a nice story of this young funeral director. We need to cremate this man. So let's go ahead and get him ready for cremation. Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so you don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide any for us to include. However, Mr. Reyes has a pacemaker that will need to be removed for... Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot... the hot use cremation machine. We definitely don't want that. That's interesting. Okay, let's start by removing Mr. Reyes' pacemaker. Okay. Am I going to have to remember this? I hope not. There we go. You can see the pacemaker. Click on the forceps. Click and drag the pacemaker out of the heart. Okay, set that there. Put the forceps away. And then place the round identification tag in the coffin. Okay, there we go. Boop. Mr. Reyes is also to be cremated. I wonder what the identification tag is made out that it doesn't burn. Okay. Yep. Start it up. And he goes. Okay, now we have to go over to the cremulator. If I remember how to do this. Using your cremulator will break the bone. Yes, I know. So first thing we do is put this under here. Then we put the bones in. Watch it. Careful now. Yep. Then put the urn back on the counter. Put the round identification tag on the urn, and put the top on. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. Nice. Let's go. So last time we also found out that this family and business is being sold to a large funeral home conglomerate. I have a feeling bad things are going to happen. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not. I know some people like that. People show how they like you in different ways. I was told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. Yeah, don't smoke. Smoking's disgusting. It's gross. What do you want to do after this? Pretty nice out. Let's change and go to the patio somewhere. Sounds good. I could use a beer right now. Hey, did I ever tell you the time we tailgated? This is so strange. Did you ever end up clearing all the air with your father? Oh, clearing the air with your father? No, we talked a few times, but not really. Sounds like a difficult man. He was stubborn, that's it. Stubborn. Some people are. Pay our respects. And back we go for another day. February 28th. This will be probably the last day that this is a family-owned business. 10:35 a.m. Washing our hands. Let's start the day off as we always do. Reading our email. Let's see, from Amy Rose. I thought I'd pass this along to you. Hi, Amy. I just wanted to thank you for the service the other month and apologize if I was abrupt. It was just a shock for me and I didn't feel comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die yet. Hasn't been easy. I understand that. Hi, Charlie. I was hoping you wouldn't have to confront this situation, yet anyways, they're never easy. Wilson's daughter had been asked to prepare a body of a young man who took his own life. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family has demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone a power of his attorney, didn't have any witnesses sign on his living will or his advance directive regarding these wishes. So his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want to with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do as the family wishes. Matthew has graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with the subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting later this afternoon. Charlie, is suicide something you're comfortable dealing with? Let me know. I'm here. Our son. Good day, Mrs. Rose. Disregard our son's will as it concerns matter of his burial. He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. Proceed with an open casket funeral. As for payment, I will bring a check. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I've said this before. Funerals are not for the dead. Funerals are for the living. If Matthew had, not Matthew, what was his name? Did they say his name? They didn't. If the poor person who committed suicide had any wishes, those should be respected. But my feeling is that those funeral services and everything else are for the living. They're not for the dead. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but let's move on to our letter from Jen. You hate mushrooms so much, I found the perfect thing for you. By the way, I'm exactly the opposite. I love mushrooms so much. I've been thinking about death. I know, shocker. Look what you've done to me. I think I want this mushroom suit. No, it's not called that, but I can't remember the name of it, and I'm writing you on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling right now. Anyway, the idea is that it's a biodegradable suit that the deceased wears. It's made of what people call a biomix, i.e. mushrooms and other microorganisms that help decompose bodies. That's cool. Neuralize toxins in the body and provide nutrients for the soil for plants. I think this one company even offers casket liners for use in green caskets. I think this is what I want. I'll be just like Hannibal. Wait, don't tell people I said that, okay? But seriously, it's pretty cool. I love all the death innovation happening. We might as well do something when we're in the ground, you know? Love you. Think about it and let me hear your thoughts. I want to know all of your thoughts. Not just on this. If not on this, then maybe on I'll have my ashes made to jewelry. Seriously. I'm probably going to do this. No harm in planning ahead, am I right? I like that. That's good. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. I think I mentioned before, I just want to be, I told my wife to dig a hole under a tree and shove me in there. I don't think that's legal though. Let's see. Things to avoid saying at a funeral. Welcome back. We rarely do listicles here, but for this month's letter, we thought a listicle would be the best way to deliver this month's advice. What not to say at a funeral. We know figuring out the right thing to say to a grieving friend can be extremely difficult, and since that's a personal issue, it's hard to give specific advice. Some things may be more comforting to other people. But fortunately, we can deliver a little bit more solid advice on what not to say to someone who is grieving. So here it is. Funeral Monthly's top 5 things to not say at a funeral. Number 1, at least they're no longer suffering. Even if this is true, nobody wants to hear this. It's probably not your place to dictate. Who wants to be told the death of someone they love is for the best? Like I said, even if it's true, just don't be that jerk and don't say it. That's fair. Were they saved? No religious statements. Yeah, no kidding. Just don't. Why? Because not everyone agrees with their religious views, and not only is it not always comforting, it can be insulting. They're with the angels now. See above, then rinse and repeat. Let me know how I can help. This one's tricky. You want to help, but those in mourning won't always ask for help. If you want to help, suggest specific things. For example, I'm free if you need someone to babysit your kids. Actions are better than passive statements. Cook something for them. Take them to their favorite restaurant or buy tickets to see a movie together. That's actually really good advice. I know how you feel. Even if you think you know how you feel, everyone grieves differently. Don't focus this on yourself. Empathy doesn't always involve having to commemorate. Sometimes people will ask to hear experiences, but don't assume they will ask. They will ask first. For a quicker version of this list that can be applied in any situations, don't say stuff just for the sake of saying stuff. Just say, I'm sorry, if you don't know what else to say. That's generally good advice. Okay, so going back to the person who killed himself and his family isn't, like I said before, I feel like that funerals are not for the dead, they're for the living, but his wishes should probably his wishes should probably be he should probably do what he wanted. So I'm gonna say I'm not comfortable. We'll do the other body. I'm curious what the difference would be. The deceased family has asked for an open casket funeral. Okay, grab the sponge. Yep. She didn't mention who this person was, so that's all right. Yep, break rigor mortis. Getting to be a pro. I wonder how much research they do into this. Okay. Eye caps. Mm-hmm. Reach eye shut. I'm glad they still give me the instructions because I would never remember them. Cotton balls in the mouth. Sew everything shut. Moisturize the body so it doesn't get all dried out. Oops. Okay. Incision in the neck. Tubing into the incision. Attach. Is this that? Yeah, that's it. Connect the embalming machine with additional tubing. So, yep. Turn on the embalming machine. Massage the body again. Yep. Down the front. Then we go zigzag, diagonally, diagonally the other way, and down the other arm. Okay. Double diagonally, huh? I didn't remember doing that last time, but you know, it's fine. I will keep doing it. That's interesting. This is going on. Oh, this is going on longer than the other one. That's curious. I appreciate that. So the incision closed. Use the. Is this a trocar? Yes. Hold it to get rid of it. Do it till the X goes away. Okay, there we go. Takes a couple of pumps, I guess. This is just. There we go. Oh, that one went in a single thing, huh? All done. Mike will take care of Mrs. Rossi's makeup as well as dressing and put her in the casket. Nice. Let's set out. You know, I should have done the other one because I should have seen what the family said. Doggone it. Oh well. Okay, let's see what they're talking about. Where's Maria? She couldn't be here. She didn't want to see her mother's body. I mean, I don't blame her. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed with the food. You try the amaretti? Everybody says the food's good. Doesn't look like her at all. Yeah, that's, I mean, yeah. Quietly sobs. I haven't cried since she died. Not once. How's Anna crying, not me? I'm the one who lost a parent. Everybody grieves differently, buddy. He's no longer suffering or in pain. Yeah. She's in a better place now. She was too good for this world. Okay, thanks, Aunt Sandy. Okay, Aunt Sandy repeating almost every single one of the 5 what not to funeral monthlies, what not to say at a funeral. That actually was a nice touch. Let's head back in here. March 3rd, 10:45 a.m. Start today getting caught up on email. We're washing our hands over by the cremula. Is that what they call it? I don't remember. See what the email this morning says. From Chad Grant. Welcome. Chad Grant. We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of the Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. There will be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. culture will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send out the memo regarding specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Glad to be leading the way for Rose and Daughters from now on. Matthew, what the heck? Can I just say first off, this is bullcrap. Ugh. Knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring emails right now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. Really? I always assume my work emails being monitored. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all of your business for so long, and this isn't 6 feet under. This isn't 6 feet under? Oh, the TV show. Was it not TV, the HBO? Maybe? I never watched it. And they swooped in, and now we have to deal with their BS practices. They're colder than the corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitive. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam, and emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. P.S. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. Chad Grant, let's see. Below are the details for our next client. Ensure you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you're done, I will review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Evaluate me at the end of the month? Okay, whatever. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take on Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her after that. After what happened. Thank you, Leah. can't really write much now. I have a lot of work I have to do with an ingenial hernia from 1750. It's the oldest in our collection, and you can imagine this bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Super cool. I'll send you the link when we have it cataloged. Is there really a museum of pathology in London? I deeply hope that there is. Let's see. What is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyway, this is the event I'm forwarding to you is taking place near you. Figured you might be into it. Might help with that feeling of restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk about some of the things you're feeling. Lots of death-positive people out there. Sounds like it'll be a safe space. Jen. From Death Cafe to subscriber. Come increase awareness of death with a few... That's the title of it? Come to increase awareness of death with a view to helping people make the most of their finite lives. But you need to workshop that title. It should be a little snappier. Just, little more succinct. Join us, have a tea and cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations on death. The founder of the Death Cafe movement, John Underwood, once said, "When people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity." See everyone at the Upside Down Jar next Thursday, okay? Funeral rites. Even our own culture may be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of a funeral is what they've seen in the media, but I think this goes without saying. Funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Different cultures have different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of the service itself. Religion provides a different path for dealing with death, but the goal is almost always the same, offering support, guidance, and ease to the people who are grieving. In Judaism, interment usually begins immediately after somebody has passed. Up until the burial, the body is never supposed to be alone, so families will appoint a shomer, a guardian, to remain with the body. Preparations for burial begin as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Local Islamic community organizations are often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices are strictly religious focused. In the aughts in South Korea, the amount of graveyard space began to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that required families to remove a loved one's body from its burial place after 60 years. Many families began to cremate more often. But there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, or black beads called death beads. This goes in North America, Europe, Japan, but remains much more common in South Korea because of the space of issuing graveyards and the expenses of cremation. And not all practices are somber either. Ever hear of turning the bones or, Famadadahana? No. A ritual by the Malagasy people of Madagascar. Famadadahana has families return to an ancestral crypt, exhume the bodies wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music. This practice is a celebration, remembrance, and a way of keeping the deceased involved in family news. Death can be a difficult time for many, obviously, but that doesn't mean there isn't beauty in the ways we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. I'll get right to it. All right, let's do it. Prepare for cremation. I'm a little more fond of cremation than embalming. Let's pair her for cremation. Remove the watch. Place it in the tray. Place the round identification tag in there. Set to be cremated. Okay, in she goes. Let's go over here and take care of what they call it, cremoria? I don't remember. Cremulator, that's it. Move the bones over. Have them be ground down. This over here. Put this in here. Put the tag in here. Put the top on. Good to go. We need to go to her funeral, but that will have to wait for the next video. Thank you so much for watching the playthrough of Mortician's Tale. So, this horrible large, I don't know if they're horrible or not, but they probably are, given how games treat corporations. They're taking over, and it doesn't sound like it's good. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more A Mortician's Tale. I'll see you next time.